Sagittarius, I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're going to see what you need to know right now for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Private readings are available down below if you wish to book a reading with me. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What do y'all need to know right now? I'm doing this reading. It's the 18th of May. But you may resonate with this whenever you come across this. And we have a lot to talk about. Starting off with the Phoenix. Sheesh. Intense transformation that you're going through right now. A complete rebirth. You could be going through a completely different lifestyle change, complete change to your routine, from the moment you wake up to the moment, it's like your entire reality is changing or has shifted, or this season that you're in, you are becoming unrecognizable, like you're completely rebuilding your life. Very grounded, very stable, very secure, and embracing this change. It's a big change. This is a big one. This is a big deal. You may have recently made a decision in your life. You made a decision to close a door. This is something significant. Let's see here. The camel. This is like your personal journey. This is all about you. So this is about you maybe going solo. Some of y'all going solo, leaving behind a relationship, from being in a commitment to being solo, a contract. So you may have the end of a contract, or you have ended one, whether it be a literal contract or energetic contract, but it's like you've chosen the solo dolo. I'm hearing single file, so maybe others are following you, or your actions will inspire others to choose themselves. You're choosing yourself. You made a decision to choose yourself here. Camel, I'm choosing me. I have to nourish me. But yeah, the journey you're currently on, it is quite extreme. We're moving through extreme differences, highs and lows. It's like mountains and valleys. You're going through a lot of adjustments. You're recalibrating. Okay. We have the starfish. So of course, as you're going through the motion, as you're going through these transitions, you're going to question some things. You're going to wonder some things. You're going to feel vulnerable, exposed. You may feel like you're completely starting over, starting from scratch, right? And you may feel like, oh, can I do this? Can I really achieve this? Am I capable? You're feeling like hopeful as well. Starfish with the camel, I feel there's a level of hope and optimism, and like this excited yet nervous. It's excited yet nervous, but the camel brings in this groundedness. It's bringing in the balance. So even though you might be wavering, or your emotions might feel like, you're persevering. The deer, which is beautiful. This is fertility. This is expansion. This is new growth, new life, new experience, a new season. This could be representing your divine feminine energy. There's this healing and feeling more softer, more receptive, creative, connected to like nature and plants and animals and kids, and just like your softer side. It feels like you're like the edges, if you had any edges, they're like softening, or it just feels more nurturing parts of yourself that maybe you felt unworthy of, maybe you felt you didn't deserve, right? Starfish can bring up those insecurities. You're learning to choose yourself, maybe for the first time. If you're a parent, right? Maybe your children are now fully grown and they can take care of themselves, and you're finally like, whoa, like, who am I? Like, maybe you're going through a whole, like, literally Phoenix, the deer, Phoenix, and the camel. Who the heck am I? Well, you're fucking awesome. You a boss. You strong. You abundant. Like, you're incredible. Don't you forget. But who the fuck are you? You're asking yourself. And who do I want to become? Who do I wish to create? Who do I want to embody? This is the creation energy. Okay, so you're in the creation room. You're in the you're about to create some magic, work some magic. And of course, Starfish to the Deer is kind of like, oh, but what if this? Oh, but what if that? Oh, like, shut up. It's just concern, though. You might be feeling like, you got a couple concerns. Understandable. This is new. This is different. But just, you gotta trust. You gotta trust, right? Here we got the horse. Here's your energy, Saggy. You gotta trust in yourself and give yourself room to grow. Give yourself the freedom. Don't put on the reins. Okay, so if Starfish is, not control. At first is concern. It could lead to becoming over controlling of certain outcomes of how you should act or behave, like you're putting the reins on yourself if the concern becomes too much. So don't let the concern consume you, okay? Right? It's totally normal to have like the what ifs or the hesitation, but don't let that stop you from moving forwards or taking this this leap of faith, this new change, this changing your job, changing your career, changing where you live, a relationship, choosing yourself, right? Choosing you. And this is something like you felt intuitively. You felt for a very long time where it's like a vision you had maybe a while back, maybe months or years ago, but it's a vision that you've always had. And you need to stick to the vision, stick to the plan, but give yourself freedom and flexibility. And then we got the gazelle. We're just like, watch out for this. Oh, be careful of that. It's like an energy of like, okay, I'm gonna be cautious. I'm gonna be courageous, but like proceed with caution and use my discernment here. Yeah, there's something it feels uncomfortable. It feels a little, it's not bad though. It's not. I think you're surprising yourself this month with something you didn't think you were fully capable of doing, or maybe you always knew you could do it, but maybe it is a lot easier than what you had expected or assumed. You're taking a wild step forwards. It's wild. You're like, whoa, holy crap. Again, like the nerves, little butterflies. Interesting. Tarantula, the lamb, and the Caesar. Again, though, there's this one last thing. There's just this inner voice that's been whispering to you. You have Caesar, but underneath that, you've been kind of just like in this limbo state. There's been a lot of healing and self-love and balancing your feminine energy, right? This is feminine. There's been this inner shift, though, and now is go time. Is go time, Saggy. Now it's time. So that makes sense why Phoenix was your first card out. It's happening as we speak. I feel like it's already occurred. It's already in the process. You're already watching the unfolding. Whew. Okay. Show me clearly what's going on for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. 5 of Wands in the reverse as your first card out. Something is being resolved or de-escalated, or it's like the smoke after a fire has been put out, but it's still like, it's like smoldering. It's you, and it's interesting because it's your element, fire. Someone put out your flame. Someone put out your flame. No, but I feel like this is representing a situation that was very tense, and there could have been a lot of arguments. There could have been a lot of conflict, misunderstandings, just very heated. If you felt like you had to compete or prove yourself in some way, shape, or form, there's something here that you're no longer fighting for. Emperor, and you've called that decision. You've made that decision. You called the shots. You're like, all right, enough. This is like, the Emperor saying, the war is over. I'm not fighting this war. Or this is calling a victory. Let me see what's underneath this Emperor. Are you calling a victory here? 10 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. I mean, 10 of Swords isn't really victory energy, but the 3 of Cups, that does bring an element of celebration. So a victory to an ending, or like you're ending something, there's victory here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yeah. 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. Tides are turning for you. I do think you're calling a victory after a bloody battle. Like, dude, 10 of Swords and the Emperor though. So you've ended something here. So maybe we go back to these animal cards where there's that little doubt, there's that little hesitation of, wait, are you sure it's over? Are you sure this is done? Can't we go back? Maybe I missed a step. Maybe there's one last thing I gotta do. Maybe if I give one more chance, you know, there's that, oh, are we really ready for this? Should I really be choosing myself in this situation? Should I really follow through with this change, this choice that I've been saying I'm gonna do, and now I'm finally doing it, and now I'm like, should I be doing this? Yes, 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 you should. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. The 5 of Wands to the Emperor is you, or 5 of Wands reverse to the Emperor, you are in your power. Nothing can disrupt your flow. Nothing can take you off course or, you know, pull you back into another battle. You're done. You're done. You've been blocked. You're over. Something like that. Okay. 5 of Wands reversed. Okay. That's over. What now? Or what's next? Temperance. We reclaim our energy. We focus on finding our own closure. The world with temperance. Acceptance. Okay. I'm recalibrating. I'm getting back in my zone, back in my flow. Finding peace. You're healing. You're recovering. There's this surrender, the faith. This is divine timing, big divine timing over here. You're celebrating, right? I celebrate life and welcome new energy. And what did we say earlier? Is this a victory? Yeah, it's victory is here. And you're feeling good about it. You're feeling good about this direction. You're feeling good within yourself. Anything that clouds your experience is gone. You say goodbye to the wind, just like this little birdie flying away. Goodbye, little birdie. Justice, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, to the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm seeing you're having to kind of move through pain. I'm not gonna lie, right? But there's a reward. There's a reward at the end of this, because we go from Justice, this is showing that there's balance, there's some sort of restoring after an event that really threw you off balance, or it destabilized you, or brought chaos into your life. And so now is energy of recovering from that and seeing the reality, seeing the truth, being or acting in a way that's fair and justified. And so 6 of Swords, here we go. So just the 6 of Swords, here you are, you're moving forwards, you're learning your lesson, you're enforcing new ways, new boundaries with yourself. Again, you're not entertaining the battle that you escaped or you put to an end. You've finalized it. Someone's trying to maybe stir you up again, but you're like, nope, I'm gonna move forwards. As you're moving forwards with the 6 of Swords, which traditional tarot is, you know, the guy in the boat. As you're moving towards more stuff, we have the 3 of Swords, so it's like you're kind of in the thick of it, or you're not completely out of it, or this is you moving forwards with a heavy heart, or again, still the pain, you haven't fully healed or recovered, there's still this, you know, the credits still have to roll. It's the end of the movie, of this movie. Maybe there's a trilogy. I'm just kidding. You know, but 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, you're moving through the choppy waters towards calmer waters, but it's in the process, it's still quite emotionally heavy. But the affirmation, I see things exactly as they are. So you be seeing the truth. You see things exactly as they show out to be. I speak in fairness to myself. I speak my truth in fairness to myself. So again, there's a lot of like truth and knowing and seeing, and then we got the energy of rewards. So moving through all that, I promise it serves a purpose. Hierophant's underneath that, 8 of Wands. This is going to actually activate this whole Phoenix rising rebirth moment. Some of you are starting a new job. Or like, again, it's your routine, your life, how you live your life is changing. Some of you are moving across the world or to a different country. Countryside. Find yourself a little farm for some. That I love that. Get your little duckies. I don't know, I just got a little image in my mind. We got the Knight of Pentacles flipping out, moving towards stability. Whether this is a stable pay, stability in your home, stability within yourself, right? Most importantly, because if you're not stable and good within, nothing outside of you is going to fill the void, right? So you got to find that from within. Very important. Or work on it at least, right? Knight of Pentacles, though, slow and steady wins the race. But you have a plan and you're dedicated. This isn't something that you're looking to fix overnight. This is something that you're dedicated to. You're like devoted to, you know, you fully give yourself to. We have the Two of Swords at the bottom, so I just noticed that looking at my screen. Crossroads that lie ahead, 5 of Cups, the Tower, and Page of Pentacles. So this direction that you're moving towards, you are making a decision that results in change. And I think like initial feelings with the 5 of Cups, you're sad about this, or there's something about letting go or this loss that feels heavy, but yet you can't avoid or can't escape. Like, you know that this comes with a sacrifice or something you have to leave behind. Page of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, healing that's also taking place, or more calming energy that's required because there's a foundation that just isn't able to support you the way you need or the way that you want. It's not sustainable. But yeah, so financial security, big thing that you will be experiencing. Oh, look, and then we have a 4 of Swords that just flipped out, which we saw that at the bottom as I peeled a few cards back. Hangman. So this is like a slow... It's a slow healing. There's this need to preserve. There's this need to quieten your mind. 4 of Swords and the Hangman. There's something that you're in the process of recovering, healing from this ending, this battle, and now you're reflecting on it, and maybe you're seeing what could you. First of all, what is this situation teaching you? What is it revealing to you about yourself, right? We go back to Camel, the self, you, solo dolo. What is this situation teaching you, showing you, revealing about you? What is this revealing that you didn't know about yourself? Now you do. Reaching some sort of new awareness. This is like awakening to new perspectives, different insights. A lot of healing energy. Feeling and healing. Feeling and healing. Okay. So it's like a reflective period. Let's see what comes out after. For Sagittarius. 4 of Cups. 7 of Wands. 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay, so I see like you're not impressed by... There's some things that you're just not satisfied with. And you need to listen to that, basically. You need to honor that. You need to pay attention to that. Do not neglect your needs. You need to... Something is telling you, your inner knowing, saying like, yo, this ain't it for me. 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. It's really kind of like stancing or defending your stance. You know, like you might feel you have to really stand up for yourself or be in your strength, be a little rigid, be a little... Well, you're feeling perhaps vulnerable, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups and a Nine of Wands. Like you have to put your walls up or your defenses up or your shield up. Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands kind of similar. Now emotionally you feel either you're being judged or you have to be, it's like walking on eggshells. Either you're feeling that way about someone or someone feels that way about you. You become defensive or someone becomes defensive. So that's perhaps what the situation is with the Four of Cups. You're just like, we're getting nowhere. It's like talking to a brick wall, or you're not quite happy. You're not seeing what you desire, what you're looking for. Okay. Where is this going for Sagittarius? Let's see your actions in the near future. Because I feel like that, but I don't know. I feel like we need to kind of move forwards, because I feel like these cards are just kind of stuck. We just talked about some de-escalating of the battle or whatever. We had that Ten of Swords with the Emperor, Five of Wands reversed. We're talking about, okay, something's being resolved here, or it's like the dust is settling, the fire has been extinguished, it's just the aftermath. You're reflecting on it, you're not happy about it. You're taking time away from this, healing, recalibrating your energy in the surrender mode, but still just not really happy with, okay, so let's see, like, what are your actions now? So now what are you going to do about this? Sagittarius, Justice, okay. King of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Sun. Interesting. The Sun, also Queen of Pentacles. This is going to be revised or revisited in some way, whether it's just in the mind that you're revisiting, or I see like the situation, the actions you're taking, you're bringing justice, you're bringing in much needed karmic balance. Very logical, assertive, disciplined, fair energy. You are moving in a way, the actions you're taking, it's very fair, it's justified, it's reasonable. King of Swords, he's a great problem solver. He's a good communicator. He's able to make deals that are fair. Maybe you're seeing a lawyer for some of you. You're getting something like just crossing the T's, dotting the I's sort of thing. King of Swords and the Six of Cups, you will be revisiting or reviewing something from the past, or I guess this battle, this battle that ended. Whatever the battle is, what title you want to give this battle, I don't fucking know. Maybe you have an idea what your battle was, but you're gonna probably revisit this. Is it Pluto retrograde doing this shit? Right? Anyway, irrelevant, but you probably are going to be looking back at this or revisiting, facing this, but in a way that you're like choosing to focus on the good. The Six of Cups and the Sun, you're not harboring the bad, or maybe instead of focusing on how it ended, maybe you're choosing to focus on, well, I gained this, I experienced that was beautiful, that meant a lot to me. I still have love for this person. Like, instead of focusing on what went wrong in the final moments that led to the collapse, you're perhaps looking at the good things that came with it. Or just a King of Swords and the Sun, there's a level of proudness, or like you look back at yourself and you're proud of who you've become or how you handled a situation. Yeah, I would say that, if you're dealing with legal matters, I would say that, like, and I don't really read for that shit, but I would say you are getting the outcome in your favor. Right, you are being seen in a good light. You are getting, there's the reviewing of the evidence, the past, right? And it's being seen in a way that's clear, it's truthful, and it's painting the picture well. Or I'm saying, like, it's, again, positive energy. So the action you're taking is leading you to that, which is really, really great. Ten of Wands at the bottom as I stop shuffling. Show me clearly what's going on. We have the Moon that fell out on top of the World, and the Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. It's like pending energy. It's like, okay, kind of giving waiting room. This fell out on top of the Knight of Pentacles. Like, what lies ahead? What happens next? Where is this leading? What's next for Saggy? And it's like, Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you want to have all the answers? Now, intuitively, you probably have a hunch. Your dreams could be showing you little clues, little signs, symbolism of what's to come, what lies ahead. The moon and the Seven of Pentacles is basically saying, oh, you just wait. Things will be revealed with time. Seven of Pentacles to the Magician, or when you're ready. When you're ready for this reveal, or we'll reveal the next step in your journey once you deal with this. Seven of Pentacles, Magician, and the Queen of Cups. This is now where it's like you gotta be in the right emotional state. You can't be in this closed off, defensive, completely protect and guard and don't trust nothing, don't trust anybody, and sleep with one eye open. Like, nah, that's not when. Okay. Let's see, because we just had the new moon in Taurus. I'm going to pull you a Moonology message. Maybe this will tell us what lies ahead. I just want to point out at the bottom we have, nothing is yet set in stone. So even anything that comes out, as we're asking, well, what lies next for Saggy? What's new for Saggy? Spirit says, don't take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Shit can change. You have your free will. This is just based off current timelines, right? That's all tarot oracle is. Anything can change. But let's just see this new moon in Taurus. What is being activated for Sagittarius? New moon in Taurus for Sagittarius. We have the energies gaining momentum. New moon energy for Taurus. Not Taurus. Let me recalibrate. Hold on, let's just talk about this. Energy's gaining momentum. Huh. Was it your reading where you had the Six of Swords? Yeah, you had the Six of Swords to the Three of Swords, right? Kind of make me think back to that. You're not completely out of it, but you're slowly advanced. Not slow. Well, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. You're gradually ascending. Kind of like a, airplane as it's taking off and it has to reach a certain altitude before it, flies more neutral. So you're on like a high angle. Okay. Anything else? Let's come in towards Sagittarius. Work through your fears, right? Which we kind of had that energy. Horse, starfish, having a little bit of second guess, a little cold feet, some fears kicking in. What if this? What if that? Oh my God, I'm scared about this. I'm anxious about that. Don't let these fears hold you back. Try your best to work through them, work with them, overcoming these blocks. What else? Time for healing. Okay, and believe in the impossible at the bottom. Okay, so again, it's quite open-ended. Spirit doesn't really, it's most likely 28 minutes. Okay, I could try a different. I don't think Spirit's gonna tell us what lies ahead. I think you gotta just deal with whatever this is. This is still kind of fizzling out, you guys. You do have new energies, new cycles beginning, Scorpio. This is the 8th house, which does talk about like death and taxes, sex. It's that whole death, rebirth, this transition that you're in the process of. There's a lot of healing taking place, right? There's the need for you to find stillness, find some peace, find some calm to just get back in your groove, get back in your flow state. Say farewell to certain versions of yourself you no longer are. People, environments, places, things, like saying farewell to an old part or an old chapter. We have believe in the impossible, something here that you, believe in the impossible with expect powerful change, something right now that you think is out of reach or impossible or unlikely or never going to happen. A lot from now to August, when we have our first set of eclipses. I think we'll have a full moon in Aquarius. That'll be a lunar eclipse, pretty sure. from now to then, this situation you thought was impossible becomes possible. Maybe it's, we had a card that said communication's key. Maybe you thought it's a conversation you'll never have. You'll never speak to them again. You will never know why. You might, that situation from now to August, probably gonna shift in a significant way you thought was impossible. That can bring in a lot of healing, and maybe you're scared of the healing, or you're scared of the potential that something good could actually come out of this, and you're like trying to protect yourself and be like, oh, but what if this, or, you know, but guess what? You're gonna go there anyways. You just are. Okay, I'm gonna leave your reading here, Saggy. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know what's going on. But I love you. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. Private readings are available down below, and I'll see you later. Take care.